want this side to go to that end. Okay, so Forrest, there you go. All right, so make sure you have enough room to move. So everyone over here, scooch over a little bit more. Move over a bit more. Okay, you need to be beside each other. Beside. So just say excuse me if you don't have space.
I could see the city light.
You're listening. I'm going to say something. And if that sentence is true for you, you're going to walk over to the other side, to the other line. Okay, so sometimes it might get kind of squished in one side, but you just make sure you're not pushing and people can hear. Your favorite holiday is Halloween. If it is, move to the other side. If it's not, just stay. Okay? All right. You like warm colors best, so yellow, orange, red. Get ready for the next one. There you go. Your favorite weather is really heavy, heavy rain. Okay. Your favorite thing to do at home is to cuddle under a blanket with a family member, and that could include an animal. A couple more. Let's see. Your favorite part of the school at recess time is the front playground.
Yep. Is the front playground is the blue playground or no?
Okay. You ready for the last one?
Yeah.
Now, fingers and toes go on back to your spot and face the easel.
We've heard about zones of regulation, mind up, love, and logic. I found insight and inspiration from these self-regulation programs and resources in people like Stuart Shankar, but I've never quite felt that I could sustain any one system, particularly ones that have standardized language and steps. For the students who need the strategies and cues the least, this is one more thing they have to sit patiently through. As for the individual students who need the most help with self-regulation, the ones we implement such systems for, these students are often the ones who are the most resistant, defiant, and resentful of control strategies. Would you like to have a program imposed on the whole class just because of you? First People's Principles of Learning. Learning is holistic, reflexive, reflective, experiential, and relational, focused on connectedness, on reciprocal relationships, and a sense of place. I would much prefer to create strategies and routines with my students rather than spend my time and energy trying to sell them and myself on a product that I myself do not know I believe in. We spend the first month of school establishing routines to support physiological needs, safety, and love and belonging. Looking at Maslow's hierarchy, I want to put more emphasis on esteem and self-actualization. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we helped everyone not only maintain and expand their growth, but also be happy, not just well-behaved? I want to start a discourse where we focus on self-knowledge and positivity, but not like this.
Okay, who's next? Come on. Oh, Neil. Come on. Come on.
It's my special seal.
Oh, it's just wonderful. Oh, don't cry. No, come on. This is a representation of yourself. It's... Oh, dear. Sarah, come on. You come up. Come on. Bernie? Come on this There's no need to be shy.
Nobody wants to do this stupid project.
Well, you know, maybe if you just give it a go.
No. 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 No.
Using backward design, I am attempting to create a habit with my learners where we can identify and express what makes us happy and what we need to make ourselves happy. We're working as a community so that our individual joy is invested with our collective harmony. So far, I've experimented to build 3 types of frameworks. The first is a less verbal one, focusing on mind-body connection, for example, self-calming before the Halloween parade.
Thank you. We're waiting for you. So, okay, hands on knees. One more time. Move. Meow. It has to be more than one because I like the sound too much. Move. Meow. Now, we're going to add one more thing. Remember how we were breathing when we were holding the stone?
Yeah.
Now, when you move, you open up your chest and your belly. Okay, so one more time. Move. Meow.
The second framework involves thinking together to build a vocabulary and dictionary of positive ideas, thoughts, and images to comfort and ground us throughout our easy and not so easy moments. One of the first things we did was start an open-ended compilation of what made us all happy. It was fascinating how we need to unpack assumptions. Some students worry about saying the right thing for our approval. I think I myself will need to unlearn some of my own assumptions, challenge my own classroom management statements, and welcome ideas such as, what makes me happy is screaming with laughter, being so excited with my friend that my voice gets very loud, chasing my friend around the classroom. I hope I can relax enough to let this list get goofier with each visit, to encourage truthfulness going beyond, I'm happy because I know all my weekly words. The third would be assessment. This last framework is perhaps the most challenging. I think that qualitative observation might be the most authentic for what I need to know. Who is happier? Who's enjoying one's own company, the company of others? Who is resolving or avoiding conflict more smoothly? Who's feeling exuberant rather than frenetic, more at ease, more purposeful, more inspired? I think being open to changing questions or priorities is important, to consider the whole child, not components of their emotions. What I have already noticed is that some students will seek to show me everything they are, while others may continue to keep things private for a variety of reasons they may or may not understand themselves. How might I deal with the understanding that not everything is to be pried apart, fixed, and reassembled? One thing I am playing with is how I might gauge my students' needs without putting them under a microscope. For example, in a How Was Your Day survey, I offered unmarked magnets instead of name labels. And when asking for a show of hands to respond to a similar question, I covered my eyes and asked a neutral adult to count how many students answered without telling me their names. Where quantitative, or what I think is quantitative anyway, data is concerned, my instincts are telling me to use it for formative purposes rather than student evaluation. Data must serve my teaching, not take over my time. When we were looking at artistic inquiry a few weeks ago, the phrase, without rushing to interpret and represent, resonated, particularly in connection to the First People's principles of learning, that learning involves patience and time, as in self-actualization involves patience and time. Hello, Maslow. I am looking forward to developing my own senses, to be open to recognizing learning that is taking place around me, not only the broad brush strokes, but also the subtle fine details. I hope that during this school year, my students and I will continue to build and sustain a community that not only makes time, but also physical, auditory, visual, and emotional space for all our personalities, especially so that we may advocate for and celebrate everyone's voices, especially those of the quieter but no less powerful individuals. Hopefully, we have a long journey before us. I hope that all of us can find opportunity to contribute and enrich one another's experience.